Kid drops U.S. flag, guard's insane move blows minds. Welcome to the channel where stories of pride and heart grab you tight. Get ready for a Buckingham Palace moment that'll give you goosebumps. It's a hot 75-degree morning, May 27, 2025, the plaza buzzing like a rock concert. The Queen's Guard, red coat, bearskin hat, pure steel, stands like a legend, eyes locked, unmoving. Then, a 5-year-old American kid, red baseball cap low, stars and stripes tee shining, steps up, clutching a tiny U.S. flag. His parents, rocking Levi's and Nikes, are all in, but oh snap, the kid slips. The flag drops just 6 inches from the guard's boots. Old Glory inches from being trampled. Mom chokes, "No way!" Dad's frozen. The crowd gasps, phones snapping. The guard. A total statue, not a blink. The plaza's a pressure cooker. Everyone's thinking, is he gonna ignore it? The kid's eyes, wide with guilt, beg for a miracle. The crowds split. Some yell, "Grab it!" Others whisper, "He can't move, right?" TikTokers film, sensing a viral bomb. Will the guard break his ironclad code for a kid's flag? What's he hiding behind that stone-cold stare? This moment's so big it hits 50 million views online, but why? What did he do to make the world lose it? Stick around. This story's packed with pride and a twist you won't see coming. Comment. Where you at? Subscribe, ring the bell. Tomorrow's tale is just as crazy. Let's dive in. It's a sizzling 75-degree morning, and Buckingham Palace is straight up electric. The Golden Gates gleam like a Hollywood set, packed with tourists losing their minds over the Queen's Guard, red coats popping, bearskin hats towering, rifles locked tight. One guard, a total badass, stands like he's carved from granite, eyes drilling through the chaos. Cameras flash, TikTokers jostle for the perfect shot, and the London air crackles with hypes. This is no ordinary day. It's a stage, and a show-stopping moment is about to drop, ready to light up every screen from LA to New York. Right in the thick of it, an all-American family rolls up, fresh off a red-eye from the States. Mom and Dad, a 30-something duo rocking faded Levi's and beat-up Nikes, are hyped but wiped, their eyes glued to the palace. Their kid, a 5-year-old firecracker, is stealing the show, red baseball cap slung low, stars and stripes tee blazing like a 4th of July float. He's clutching a tiny U.S. flag no bigger than a phone, gripping it like it's his ticket to glory. His wide eyes bounce between the guard and the crowd, his little heart pounding with big dreams. They muscle through the mob, landing 10 feet from the gates, dodging selfie sticks and sunburned tourists yapping in every language. The kid sticks close to Mom, his sneakers squeaking on the stone, that flag his prized possession. The guard looms huge, his red coat screaming authority, his silence hitting like a sledgehammer. "Check this guy out, buddy," Dad says, voice low, half awed, half nervous. The boy nods, cap wobbling, his fingers locked around the flag like it's the key to the universe. The crowd's vibe is wild, phones up, ready for anything. Then, boom, it all goes sideways. The kid, stretching to see the guard's face, fumbles his flag. It slips, spinning through the air like a slow-motion heartbreak, and smacks the pavement just 6 inches from the guard's polished boots. The stars and stripes, America's pride, lies there, exposed, a heartbeat from being crushed under a tourist's flip-flop. Mom chokes out a "No way!" her hand slapping her chest. Dad's face tightens, eyes flicking to the guard, stuck between diving for it and respecting the rules. The kid's cap slides back, his face crumpling, panic flooding those big eyes. The crowd catches it, and it's like someone hit pause. A dude in a Cowboys jersey mutters, "That's our flag, man." A mom with a fanny pack gasps, her phone frozen mid-shot. A teen in a hoodie nudges his buddy. "Yo, this is bad." Whispers explode. "Kid dropped the flag." Is the guard gonna do something? Every head swivels to the guard, still a statue, his silence louder than a stadium roar. The boy stares at his flag, guilt swallowing him whole. The plaza's a powder keg, every second ticking like a bomb, America's symbol on the line, and the guard's next move about to blow this moment wide open. The Buckingham Palace Plaza was a pressure cooker, the 75 degree of heat amplifying the chaos after the 5-year-old's flag hit the ground. That tiny Stars and Stripes, America's heartbeat, lay just 6 inches from the Queen's Guard's boots, a fragile symbol teetering on the edge of disrespect. The boy, his red baseball cap askew, stared wide-eyed, his small frame trembling with guilt. His parents, the 30-something couple in Levi's and Nikes, stood paralyzed, Mom's hand still at her throat, Dad's jaw locked tight. The crowd, a swarm of selfie-snapping tourists, held its breath, their phones hovering, sensing a moment that could go viral or go wrong. But the guard, he didn't flinch. Towering in his red coat, bearskin hat casting a shadow like a storm cloud, he was a freaking fortress. His rifle stayed vertical, his eyes burned straight ahead, not a single muscle twitching. It was eerie, his silence screaming louder than the plaza's buzz. The boy's flag, 6 inches from his boots, might as well have been invisible. The crowd leaned in, pulses racing. A dude in a Cowboys jersey whispered, "Can he even move for that?" A woman with a fanny pack shot back, "Bet he's got to stay locked in, like a robot." Doubt swirled, but something else was brewing, a spark in the guard's stillness, like a coiled spring ready to snap. The kid's parents were unraveling. Mom's voice cracked. "Should we grab it?" Dad shook his head, eyes glued to the guard. "We can't just step up there, babe." Their little firecracker, his Stars and Stripes tee crumpled, looked up, his face a mix of shame and hope. The crowd's vibe shifted, splitting like a fault line. Some, hyped for drama, kept filming, muttering, "This is gonna blow up on TikTok." Others felt the weight. Patriotism stung. A guy in a veteran's cap clenched his fists, his voice low. "That's our flag, man. Someone's gotta do something." Every whisper, every glance dialed up the tension, the plaza a ticking time bomb. Yet the guard stood firm, his silence a gut punch. It wasn't just discipline, it was a masterclass in control, a middle finger to chaos. American audiences would eat this up. His stoic vibe was pure Clint Eastwood, all grit, no give. But why no move? Was he ignoring the flag, or was something bigger at play? His training screamed, "Don't break," but that flag, a piece of American soul, demanded respect. The crowd sensed it, their chatter fading to a nervous hum. A teen in a hoodie nudged his buddy. "Yo, he's not even blinking. What's he waiting for?" The question hung heavy, unanswered, as the guard's stillness became the story. The boy's eyes never left the flag, his cap now half off, his small hands balled into fists. Mom pulled him close, her breath shaky. Dad's stare burned into the guard, willing him to act, The plaza felt like it was holding its last breath, every second stretching into eternity. The guard's shadow loomed over the flag, his boots a heartbeat away, and the crowd's anticipation was a live wire. Something was coming, something huge. The stars and stripes lay there, unguarded but not forgotten, and the guard's next move, whatever it was about to set the internet on fire. The Buckingham Palace Plaza was a live wire, crackling under the 75-degree sun. Every eye locked on the tiny Stars and Stripes flag lying 6 inches from the Queen's Guard's boots. The 5-year-old boy, his red baseball cap half off, clung to his mom's leg, his Stars and Stripes tee damp with nervous sweat, guilt etched across his face. His parents, the 30-something couple in Levi's and Nikes, stood frozen. Mom's breath ragged, Dad's fists clenched, both torn between hope and dread. The crowd, a restless mix of TikTokers and tourists, buzzed with whispers, phones trembling, waiting for the guard to break his eerie silence. This was it, the moment that could make or break a viral legend. The guard, a tower of grit in his red coat and bearskin hat, hadn't budged, his rifle vertical, his gaze slicing through the chaos. His stillness was a gut punch, pure American movie hero vibes. Think Captain America, all steel, no surrender. The flag, America's soul, lay exposed, inches from careless sneakers, and the crowd's pulse raced. "He's not gonna move, is he?" A guy in a Cowboys jersey muttered, voice low. A woman with a fanny pack hissed, "It's just a flag, chill." But the veteran in the back, his cap shadowing hard eyes, growled, "That's our flag, lady." The tension was a freight train, unstoppable, the plaza ready to explode. Then, bam! It happened. 10 seconds into the standoff, the guard moved. Not a flinch, not a stumble, but a single razor-sharp pivot of his left foot, twisting his stance exactly 15 degrees. His boot hit the stone with a crack, sharp as a firecracker, sending a jolt through the crowd. In one slick motion, his body shifted, forming a 2-foot shield around the flag. No tourist could step near. No shoe could graze the Stars and Stripes. He didn't bend, didn't glance down, didn't break his ironclad discipline. It was surgical, badass, a masterstroke of duty that screamed respect without a word. The crowd gasped, phones wobbling as the move sank in. The boy's parents froze, Mom's eyes welling up, Dad's jaw dropping. Their kid, clutching his cap, stared, his guilt melting into awe. "Yo, did he just—" A teen in a hoodie stammered, his buddy nodding, speechless. The veteran's shoulders relaxed, a faint nod signaling approval. This wasn't just a guard, this was a soldier, honoring a foreign flag with the precision of a sniper. American pride swelled, hearts pounding, as the crowd realized the flag was safe, untouchable under the guard's silent watch. The plaza's vibe flipped, the chaos now a reverent hush. TikTokers stopped narrating, their screens capturing a moment bigger than clout. The woman with the fanny pack fell silent, her sass outmatched. The guard stood tall, his red coat blazing, his bearskin hat a crown of authority. He'd turned the flag's vulnerability into a fortress, all with one move, no words needed. The boy's parents pulled him close, their relief palpable, while the crowd's eyes stayed glued, sensing history in the making. This was no ordinary ceremony. It was a cross-country handshake, a viral spark ready to ignite. The Stars and Stripes, 6 inches from danger, now stood protected, and the Guard's next second could set the world ablaze. The Buckingham Palace Plaza, now hushed in reverence, still buzzed with the aftershock of the Queen's Guard's move, a 15-degree pivot that turned a fallen flag into a symbol of honor. The Stars and Stripes, safe 6 inches from his boots, had sparked a moment that gripped the crowd. The 5-year-old boy, red baseball cap clutched in his hands, stood awestruck, his Stars and Stripes tee glowing with pride. His parents, the 30-something couple in Levi's and Nikes, held him tight, Mom's tears falling, Dad's voice thick. That's a real soldier. The crowd's phones, once poised for chaos, now captured a miracle, their whispers fading into a shared heartbeat of respect. As twilight fell, the story broke free, a digital wildfire racing across the globe. A shaky 10-second clip titled "Queen's Guard Saves U.S." Flag hit TikTok, exploding to 50 million views by midnight. YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels lit up, the Guard's red coat and bearskin hat iconic, his pivot replayed in slow-mo. Hashtags like #FlagRespect and #GuardHonors trended, comments flooding in like a tidal wave. "This dude's more American than my uncle at a BBQ," a Texan posted. "British Guard just schooled us on flag respect," wrote a mom from Ohio. The internet, usually a snark fest, paused, united by awe for a soldier's silent salute. The boy's parents took to X, their post going viral. "Our son dropped his flag, and this Guard protected it without a word. America salutes you." The 5-year-old, still in his red cap, gave a wobbly salute as they left, his tiny hand trembling, the Guard unmoving, but his gesture etched in their hearts. Comments piled up. "That kid's got a story for life. This is what honor looks like, no cap." Even veterans chimed in, one tweeting, "I'd share a beer with that Guard any day." The clip wasn't just viral, it was a cultural gut punch, a reminder of respect in a world screaming for attention. Back home, Americans ate it up. Late-night hosts cracked jokes, but their tones were soft, respectful. News outlets ran headlines, "British Guard's epic move for U.S." Flag goes viral. Barbershops buzzed, dads telling their kids, "That's how you honor a flag." The Guard, anonymous yet legendary, became a hero, his pivot a masterclass in duty. For Americans, it hit deep. Patriotism isn't just stars and stripes, it's the quiet acts that scream loudest. The flag, 6 inches from disaster, had been saved, not by words, but by a soldier's choice, a cross-country nod that felt like a handshake. The crowd's awe lingered online, their faces, veterans nod, teens gasp, frozen in shared videos. The woman with the fanny pack, now humbled, liked every post. The dude in the Cowboys jersey tweeted, "Never thought I'd cry over a flag clip." The boy's parents, back in their hotel, watched the views climb, their pride swelling. Their kid, cap on backward, slept clutching a new flag, dreaming of the Guard. The internet kept rolling, memes and reaction vids piling up, but the core stayed pure. A British Guard, a tiny flag, and a moment that proved respect speaks louder than any viral stunt. This wasn't just a story. It was a legacy, a spark that had burned bright long after the likes faded. The Buckingham Palace Plaza, electric with awe after the Queen's Guard's 15-degree pivot, had transformed into a shrine of respect, the Stars and Stripes flag now untouchable, 6 inches from his boots. The 5-year-old boy, red baseball cap in hand, stood mesmerized, his Stars and Stripes tee a beacon of pride. His parents, the 30-something couple in Levi's and Nikes, clutched each other, Mom's tears streaming, Dad whispering, "That's our America right there." The crowd, phones lowered, shared a sacred silence, their reverence for the Guard's act, a British soldier shielding Old Glory, still sinking in. But this moment, raw and profound, was about to explode far beyond the plaza's stones. As dusk settled, the story detonated online, a digital tsunami crashing through social media. A 12-second clip captioned, "Queen's Guard honors U.S." Flag blasted onto TikTok, skyrocketing to 50 million views by midnight, May 27, 2025. YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels erupted. The Guard's red coat and bearskin hat iconic, his pivot replayed like a Super Bowl highlight. Hashtags, #FlagRespect, #Guard of Honor, lit up feeds, comments flooding in like wildfire. "This Guard's got more patriot in him than half my town," a Texan roared. "British dude just gave our flag the ultimate salute," a Chicago mom posted. The internet, often a circus, bowed in unison, gripped by a soldier's quiet power. The boy's parents hit X with a post that broke the platform. "Our son dropped his flag and this Guard saved it without a word." "America owes you." It racked up 1 million likes, their words a love letter to honor. The 5-year-old, still in his red cap, threw a shaky salute as they left, his eyes locked on the Guard, who stood unmoved, his gesture now a global anthem. Comments piled high. "That kid's gonna tell this story forever." "This is America and Britain side by side, no cap." A Marine vet tweeted, "I'd buy that Guard a whiskey any day." The clip wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural earthquake, shaking hearts with a truth about respect. Americans devoured it, from coast to coast. Late-night hosts, usually snarky, got real, one saying, "This Guard's move? That's the stuff of legends." CNN flashed, "British Guard's flag save goes viral," while barbershops buzzed, guys nodding, "That's how you do a flag right?" The Guard, a nameless hero, became a rock star, his pivot a viral sermon on duty. For Americans, it was personal. Patriotism isn't just waving a flag, it's the silent acts that scream loudest. That Stars and Stripes, 6 inches from disaster, was now a symbol of unity, saved by a soldier's choice, a moment that felt like a fist bump across the Atlantic. Online, the crowd's faces, veterans' nod, teens' wide eyes, lived in every retweet, every reaction viddies. The woman with the fanny pack, now a fan, shared the clip, captioning, "I was wrong, this is epic." The dude in the Cowboys jersey posted, "Cried like a baby watching this." The parents, scrolling in their hotel, saw the views climb, their hearts full. Their kid, cap backward, hugged a new flag, dreaming of the Guard. The internet churned. Memes, think pieces, podcast rants, but the core held strong. One Guard, one flag, one moment that proved respect can outshine any viral stunt. This wasn't just a video, it was a legacy, burning bright, ready to inspire long after the trends faded. Man, what a moment at Buckingham Palace. A 5-year-old drops his U.S. flag and a Queen's Guard turns it into a viral salute that's got 50 million views. That pivot, that respect, it's pure fire, uniting America and Britain in one epic heartbeat. Now it's your turn to jump in. Drop a comment. What hit you hardest about the Guard's move? Got a story of pride or respect that gives you chills? And where are you watching from? Philly, Austin, or way out in Tokyo? Your vibes make this channel rock, so spill it. If this story lit you up, smash that like button. It keeps the fire burning. Don't sleep on tomorrow's video. It's another banger that'll blow your mind. Hit subscribe, ring that bell, and let's keep this community tight. Share this clip with your crew. Let's get everyone talking about this Guard's legend. Tell us how this flag moment made you feel, and let's make the comments as big as that 50 million view wave. Thanks for rolling with us. Catch you in the comments and tomorrow's story. Let's keep the pride alive.